For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever taken. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Hello YouTube, the Eye of Stone here. Welcome to our Let's Play of Penumbra Overture. So, we're going to go through a little intro where the game's going to teach us how to use things. Not that I really need to be reminded, but it's fun to do so anyway. I want to state right at the outset that playing this game on the Eye of Stone is kind of a big personal thing for me, because there was already Thief, but you know, obviously survival, horror, and adventure games mean a lot to me, and I really was not huge into the genre until Penumbra and Scratches came out in 2006 and 2007. So, you know, Thief is Thief. Thief is its own thing. But Penumbra and Scratches are kind of the granddaddies of this sort of survival horror adventure I've been on as a gamer for a number of years now. And that I'm now doing Penumbra on the channel kind of is like bringing myself full circle. So again, with this Let's Play, I'm always going to make sure that you'll have enough time to pause the video if you want to do all of these readings, every single word of them. You can pause the video. I'm not going to read every word of every single reading, but some of them I will have to stop and reread because it has been a long time since I've played Penumbra. in recent centuries, I've been focusing on Amnesia. We will be doing Requiem. We will be doing Overture, Black Plague, and Requiem, and then we will be doing Necrolog, which will necessitate me reinstalling Dark Descent and applying a mod. So yeah, I mean, it's a happy thing, but it's also a bitter thing. A bittersweet thing, I should say. It's not a bitter thing. That would be the wrong way to look at it. But it's kind of a bittersweet thing. It's just kind of like coming full circle as a gamer, because I had other things I had done in addition to Thief, obviously. You know, I might have spent a lot of time with Half-Life, or a lot of time with certain, you know, a certain blue hedgehog. But jointly, Penumbra and Scratches were really where I sort of cut my teeth as a gamer. Beyond Thief, knowing what else it was that I liked and what I'm into. This is sort of where it all started, and now here we are again. I had never gotten around to doing Penumbra on the channel, because it was always my assumption that by the time I got to YouTube, I assumed Penumbra had been done to death. And that's probably true. It was probably true when I thought that, and it's probably more true now. Although recently, I will say this, recently someone in the comments section remarked that they were happy that I was doing this game, and that they feel that this game doesn't get, you know, the attention it deserves anymore. It is very much a grandfatherly thing. This is definitely Wolfenstein 3D to Amnesia's Doom. It's like Frictional was in their infancy, Frictional games. This was sort of the dress rehearsal, but this game is also very much its own beast, and it can also be bone-rattlingly, mind-crushingly scary. So, let's go. Shelter soon. Yes, you certainly do. My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. Is it some kind of animal noises out there? It's a wizard. I mean a blizzard. That? What in the hell is that? I don't care. I need shelter. Looks frozen shut. Need something to break in. It's one of those things with, just like there's so many things in Amnesia, the Dark Descent, I'm never able to get used to. Those noises at the beginning of this game, I've never been able to get used to those. It's like, what the hell are those? And you never see them. That's the best part. You never find out exactly what is making those noises. Down we go. Watch that last step. ghosts down here speak in reverse. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived, although looking around, maybe I didn't. What is this place? Yes, indeed. Welcome to hell. I'll bet you thought it was hot down here. You're in the frozen lake. I should have known that rusty old ladder wouldn't hold my weight, but I didn't have any choice. I'd rather die down here than suffer that cold any longer. I agree. I don't like the cold. It's far cooler to be devoured by something terrible and Lovecraftian than to freeze to death. Well, hello, beautiful. This is fun. Empty boxes of ammunition. What is this place? This place, Philip, is bad news, is what this place is. Welcome. The ubiquitous flares. We can't have too many of these. That. It's a steel rod. And since it's so friggin' cold down here, tonight's beverage is that Ahmad tea. I believe it's tea number 3. It's kind of their Ahmad tea. Passes this off as their 24-hour a day, you can drink this anytime tea. It's not an English breakfast. It's not an evening Earl Grey. It's all of the above. I like drinking it just straight, but put a little sugar in it, and then you've really got something good. Oh, the hammer. Yeah. They're not, wrong to nudge you to play around with it a little bit. Try to get the hang of it. Because... Okay. Well, don't make rocket science out of it. Okay, that would have been the smart thing to do. Okay. Obviously, I know what I'm doing. You know, it's like, I remember, to say that I've played Penumbra before would be an understated understatement. Oh, that's nice. Hatch is seriously solid, won't be opened by hand. Someone obviously wanted to keep people out or in. You notice how Philip kind of freaked out there. Is just they're beginning to play with the idea of the player's character having trouble keeping it together. You know, there's two types of people in this world, and one way to sort them into which of those two categories they belong to. Far be it from me to say that's the only thing about people that actually matters, because it isn't. But there's two types of people in this world. People who, if they know they're gonna die one way or the other, like now, they're gonna curl up into a ball and just give up. Or if there's one more task left to be done, one more mission left to be seen through, they throw themselves at it 110%. And then, and only then, are you really ever throwing yourself at something 110%. And this game will teach you very quickly which of those two you are. Very quickly. And if this game doesn't, Black Plague certainly will. I don't know where this leads or what's waiting for me, but unless I want to starve to death, it's my only option. Besides, maybe this place has something to do with my father. Maybe. It's stuck. I'm trapped. I need to get out. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution, stealth are my only defenses now. Well, maybe. Let's, we will certainly take that on board, Philip, but sometimes we have to win this game with criminal intent. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching and pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue tint of my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better remember to shut off any light sources, though. Best bet is to hide for a couple of seconds or so perfectly still. That'll make me properly hidden, even though I'm in the middle of the hall. Like that, I'll be virtually invisible, and after some time I should get my night vision back, provided I stay still. Got it. So we're here, and we have all kinds of options at this point. That is to say, 4 of them. Let's go to the office first, get the exposition over with. So we can run, we can jump. Philip is fairly agile. Try to remember something. Okay, got it. Need to know what I can and can't expect to get up on. Why did he come here? What in the name of hell did Philip think he was gonna do? So, this is actually not a totally abiotic environment. So much history in this place tied up in words and left to decompose. It's a harsh environment, but there's actually a thriving ecosystem down here, but it's not exactly National Geographic. So, if you need to do this reading, go ahead and pause the video. The Northwestern Lead Mine. If you need to read this, pause the video here. So again, we've got more exposition here. I remember all this. Again, if you want to read it, pause the video. Here's page 1. Here's page 2. Here's page 3. Okay. Backstrin. Let's see. It's a picture of a British platoon. It must date back to World War II. I suppose this mine was converted into some kind of bunker. An amnesia bunker. A man. An old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before. Still I know, this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. Hi there. I'm your daddy. What the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Of course it was a bad idea. You did it. Ding. This typewriter dates back even further than the war. Made in Germany, 1923. Empire typewriter, not in 1923. That was after the Empire. Sorry, just saying. Rotting wooden shells must be the added moisture from that grate. This whole room is putrefying. Excellent. It's not sterile. Even if it looks like it. The Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. So, this probably is going to have something to do with what we need to be doing. So, pause and read if thou willst. Of course, we have some of this stuff we have to make, some of it we have to retrieve. Okay. Well, I'd prefer a first aid kit, but at least if I'm injured, I can grin and bear it. We always want to floss for loot. Okay, that's for the pooch. If you have never met the Poochahall, you're about to get a nice big swig of him. The pooch likes you. Yes, he does. He's a good boy. Okay. You want to pull back? Jesus, I've never been this scared in my life. I can feel my heart racing. If anything gets within more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I'd better not stare it out. Anything within my field of vision might panic me, and then I'm a goner. Well, you're gonna have to man up a bit. If you worry about not being scared down here, you're SOL. Alright, steady. Let's use our situational awareness so we're not ambushed. Now, I happen to know that the storage room isn't just going to open for us, necessarily. Following me, Mr. Poochie? Oh, so the storage room we can get in. One of these doors has a keypad. Well, alright. Maybe that's after the door. Ah, yes, how could I forget? We have a friend. Friend in need. It's just like Thief 4. This lighter wasn't empty, it'd be a handy thing to have. Well, you know what? We're gonna keep it anyway. Because then, if we find fuel, we'll have something to fuel up. Lots of paper boxes with rusty nails. There was a clown back in the day called Rusty Nails. He played Three Stooges cartoons for kids with a giant projector. He helped to repopularize them. Those smell good. Reams of wiring. Open up! Locked from the other side. Does that mean there's someone still inside? I can hear chattering. Huh.
Who is that?
Okay. Not to just, like, invade your home or anything, but we're out to discover. It was different, but the same. That time, like I had more control, but over what? You ain't got control over nothing, Philip. This testy. I obviously was not achieving the right angle. Gotta get the right angle if you want to get the job done. Looks as if this basement caved in some years ago. Something's tunneled through here. More recently, though. Christ, what sort of creature makes these markings? The tunnel. Let's stick our head in there. Christ, was that a spider? I don't like spiders. I remember playing this game for the first time and realizing, okay, it's not just, the game isn't just messing with me, it's also messing with Philip while it messes with me. And I remember feeling very impressed by that fact. Because it was already succeeding in messing with me. But when I came to understand that it was messing with Philip too, it's sort of like a sympathetic reaction. First of all, you empathize with the character more, and thus you give more of a damn about the game and the story. But it's like, even though Philip is just you, basically, if he's scared, you're scared. A horrible sight. Luckily it's mummified, or else the smell would have been awful. Let's take it home. Dog mummy. Dry, dusty old bags. Okay, so again, I'm not going to read through all of this. However, if you're new to Penumbra, you might want to take the step of pausing this video and reading through all this. It's important exposition. However, one of those things that I've just read 100 times. I know this part I remember. This spider guy, I do feel sorry for him. He kept it together for a long time. So again, if you need to read these, just pause the video and go through them. Alright. Now, these are dangerous. That steam could blister flesh from bone in an instant. I know, I've seen it happen. Oh, something semi-functional still. Never noticed this thing before. I wonder what that does. But common sense would dictate, like if I had a brain, that is, common sense would dictate that that just turned off the steam. So now, I won't have to worry about getting scalded to death. Oh. We do not munch on our painkillers. They're not candy, Philip. Please don't waste those. Hey, stop it! The hell? Inventory system in this game is very primitive, and it's not quite the same as Amnesia. I have to remember that. Alright. Well, at least now we can explore without having to worry about those steam pipes. If it weren't for the size of the pieces, I would say that looks like eggshells. Yeah, well, they're eggshells. So again, If you need to read these, pause the video. Here's page 1. Here's page 2. There's page 3. Alright. Believe I went this way already. Just don't want to miss anything. Pretty sure we've done everything that needs doing, though. The noises in your ears to the left of you and to the right of you do begin to get irritating. They do begin to make you realize you're not in control. You're here, but you're not driving this bus. I have my theory about what got him, but it could have been one of several things. I think someone's been dragged through here. I've never seen this much blood before. That was my best chance to get some answers. Who else is still down here? This hole isn't large enough for a man. Not that I'd go anywhere near it, even if it was. What burrowed out of this tunnel? You're gonna learn more about it than you ever wanted to. Alright. Let's close that door. Not that it really bought him any time. More readings. Again, I remember all this. I really don't need to go through all this, but here's page 1. Here's page 2. There's page 3. It's down here for the better part of a year. Years and years of reports, logs, and files just left here to gather dust. There's probably a century of life and death right here at my feet. Looks like it's been carved into the wood with a knife. Well, at least this one's a little more positive, though I'd question its motivation. Somehow, I question your motives. That is because you have not been properly eviscerated yet. The largest spider I have ever seen with its gut carved open. That is a big-ass spider. They get that big, though. Don't think about it. Yeah. Well, that key opens something, presumably. Oh, shit. The pooch. He's nearby. Area is Not secure. Boy, what are you on about today? They tell you to try to barricade the door. But really, not as heavy as it looks, but it should serve as some form of weapon if I have to defend myself. They tell you to barricade the door to keep the pooch out, but the thing is, the pooch is very good at, unless you build a damn good barricade, and fast for that matter, you're not really going to stop the pooch. One thing I've never done though is I've never tried barricading both sides. Never tried barricading both sides before. I don't know. Might all be for naught. If you just get out of sight, not such a problem. He's gonna get through. But this will let us get some distance. Definitely don't have a code, so we're gonna have to go exploring. Maybe if you barricade both sides of the door, that'll work better. I doubt it though. He's probably already through. No, he hasn't come through. Strange. Maybe blocking both sides of the door is the trick. Let's see, I love my workshop. It is too great a hunting ground to let others gorge their faces. One cannot help but feel for those without such delicate mousy morsels on which to munch. For red ate ravenously of their flesh today and shall continue to do so. This is possible thanks solely to the button pad I installed on the door, and yet Red's mind is working somewhat backwards today. Okay, so in other words, 8412. Let's remember that. 8412. So that was the trick. The trick was to block both sides of the door. Maybe put a little extra weight on the barrels on this side. We'll see how long it holds, but it's already held longer than it usually does. Haha. Might be safe in here. Brilliant. One step closer to setting off those explosives without losing any vital body parts. Okay, so we got the string. No. Soaking back strings so the gunpowder should stick, or rather, I really pray the gunpowder sticks. Alright, so we did that. Go back to the explosives later. These look like they've seen some use in their time. Can't have been much fun working down here. In fact, it must have been pretty god-awful. Hi there. Looks ancient. It's so old I don't even know what it would have been used for. All the things that you'll need to be successful as a carpenter. Could be... Alright, well, get digging then. If it finds your fancy. If it entices, this Khajiit is having skooma for you, Sahib. Hello? Okay. The pickaxe, generally speaking, is the superior weapon. These must be tied into what's going on here. If I keep experimenting, I may discover something useful or have a heart attack. Well, don't do that. Hello. Open the portcullis. God, more spider webs. I hope that hole was there before the spiders and not the other way around. Okay, this part is kind of annoying. It's a movement puzzle, basically. You don't want to be nasty to this stuff, you're gonna need it. This place is in serious state. Did that railing come off through disrepair or was it ripped off? It was read off. Red did it. Hello? An electric fence, and it's been put up recently. I'd better find a way to get over. Yeah, you better. Alright. What we're gonna have to do is we are going to make a primitive ramp, so we are. We're going to use that to get over Red's electric fence. So we will. Something like that. Okay. And use these. Remember, like Mr. Freeman. Dr. Freeman. Philip is also a physicist. To do physics puzzles. Not your thing, then you're gonna have problems in this game. That's gonna be an obstruction. Oh dear. Now it's really in the way. Well, that's a big fat fucking glitch, and it may have screwed me over. Damn it. My only real chance now is to, let's see. I might be able, if I keep this upright, I might be able to get past that. Alright. Good enough. Now. It's not cooperating. Almost. Find a right lever, you can move a planet, but unfortunately that's sort of beyond the capability of the HPL engine in its earliest iteration. Now we've got simple geometry working against us, so there's probably nothing to be done about it. Damn. That was close. Of course, the third one went and totally jacked itself up. Whatever gets it up for you, Jack. Here. Feel better? Said for raw velocity, but I just didn't get enough of it built up. Is this one lower, I wonder? I don't think it is in any way that matters. Stubborn. These puzzles just love for you to get angry and if you sit and sulk, they're not gonna solve themselves. Alright, whoa, barrel. There we go. Okay. possible to write this thing, but again, it might not. And it might not really be necessary, honestly. That just happened. Somehow get this thing back up on its feet. I don't know how we're gonna do that. You would think, though, that I could just smash his battery apparatus. Saved myself all that trouble. Let's see. Let's try it that way. I beat your stupid trap, Red. We're not friends yet. Let's see, perfect. A gunpowder keg. There's only a small hole at the top, though, not big enough to reach in. Too small. Door is wide open. Not for the employee, not for you. Cherry bombs. Ah. That was smart. Now, that stick of dynamite we recovered could be a good hot dog treat for the pooch. Let's just remember we have that. But be careful. Could be a good treat for you, too. Okay. Save here. In case it wasn't obvious, those are save thingies. Alright, now we have to go back to the explosives. I'm gonna avoid the area where the pooch comes through, because we may have succeeded in thwarting his efforts to be a menace this time. just going to make too much of an obstruction of yourself. Forget it. Finish this. Sure, you have properly learned how to sit. Great. Rusting iron wheels, remnants of a past age of industry. Old cement mixers seen better days. Well, it's a pretty old mine. Run. Okay. Blasted my way through. When I look back, I can't think what spurred me to go deeper into the mine. Perhaps it was arrogance at still being alive, or something as ridiculous as facing adversity and coming out on top. Now I know I would have been better off starving or being mauled to death than kick-starting the chain of events that led me to end up here, writing to you. I just hope, once you understand my story, you will have what's necessary to put an end to this tale. I certainly didn't. Great. Alright, we're here in a slightly less prospectory part of the mine. This is sort of more modern. So, with that, I will say see you next time, and we will continue the Let's Play of Penumbra Overture. Later. On second thought, let's find a save point first. I don't want to have to redo the things I just did. This always made me nervous back in the day. they were for the dogs. That's what happens when you grow up with Jurassic Park. Let's just find a save point before I call this quits. Noises down here are so alien compared to the way sound travels on the surface. That rock fall sounds organic, like the rock's screaming. The propane gas canister, highly pressurized. There would have to be some kind of backup system for the electricity. I think this might be part of it. Okay. In here, we have a save point. So let's save. It feels as if I'm leaving my body for just a moment, but not just hovering around. It's like I go someplace. What are these things? Indeed. Well, to find out, continue watching our Let's Play of Amnesia, of Penumbra Overture. I'll see everybody back next time. Later.